Integrator Media is today at Redhat's office with Mr. Adrian Pickering, Regional General Manager, MENA. How are you doing today?
Very good, thanks.
How's the post-GITEX things going on for you?
This year was very successful for us, probably the best event that we've been at GITEX so far. Some fantastic meetings, great vibe around the whole event, and so we think that it'll have a very positive business impact for us.
So getting to know a little about Redhat's community-powered model is very well known. So how do you measure the value of community contributions that go beyond the code?
So you're correct. I mean, our development philosophy is to work with the open source community. So I think beyond the code, the answer to that question is the business value and the business outcomes that we provide to our customers through our partners in very many different industries. It could be in public sector and solutions that are being provided to citizens to help their lives be more simple and more effective in terms of working with government services, or it could be in the private sector with banks or airlines, for example. So, we spend a lot of time not only providing the software, but equally interacting with our customers and our partners to understand exactly what their priorities are. And a very good example of that interaction is something called our advisory committee. So we have a global customer advisory committee where senior members of our customer base come together with our executives on a biannual basis and provide input and their commentary on what Red Hat is doing in terms of working with the community and evolving our solution portfolio. So there is a real influence there. Equally at the ground level, we do many events with developers themselves, right? From all sorts of different industries, and we listen to what they have to say and we take their feedback and their input. So at all levels, senior management, developer community, we listen to what's being said. But again, to answer your question, I think it's our ability to provide business outcomes and help organizations, public and private, be more successful and effective in what they do.
So as Red Hat has grown, how do you ensure that the flexibility and adaptability intrinsic to open source remain still a part of Red Hat's DNA?
Very good question, actually. So, within Red Hat, we practice, I guess, what we preach in the development community. So we do encourage ground up feedback from all of our associates, no matter what they do. That could be in software development, engineering, business units, sales and marketing. And so we have a philosophy of, freedom and courage, part of our value system, so that people are willing and confident about speaking up and providing their ideas and input. And actually, one of the philosophies of open source is that the best idea actually is the one that wins, and then we take that forward. So we take that very seriously, and as a leadership team and a management team throughout Red Hat, we are measured on how we work with our associates in the different areas to ensure that we've got that continuity of input. So much in the same way as we work with the open source community to get the best ideas from them and distill that into an outcome, a product or a service, the same applies within Red Hat. And we measure that on an annual basis. We have an annual associate survey. We take that extremely seriously. And we don't just do a survey for a survey's sake. We actually look at the results and we act upon the outcomes of that survey so that we can continually improve in the same way. So it's intrinsic to our management culture, and we're very proud of maintaining that culture. And I think it's a direct contributor to Red Hat's growth and success over the years, because if somebody feels engaged in the organization, no matter what level they're at, they feel as if they're actually making a difference. And that level of motivation really has an impact on how Red Hat is done. So that is one of the key focal areas for all of us here in Red Hat.
So coming towards the OpenShift.
Yes.
So how do you see OpenShift evolving to meet the unique challenges of different industries?
So OpenShift is definitely evolving as a product, but in different industries is used in similar ways. Let me try and explain. So OpenShift is a great platform and has been very widely adopted around the world to allow companies either to develop new applications in a very rapid manner using DevOps methodologies and so on, and bring those new applications to market quickly, or equally to help them modernize existing applications. So you could be a bank, you could be an oil and gas company, you could be an airline. So the same principles apply. You either want to build something new, a mobile app for online check-in or to look at your reward points, or you may want to modernize your seismic applications when you're doing geological surveys as an oil and gas company. So the application is similar, but how OpenShift is evolving is another thing. And I'll give you a couple of good examples. So at the moment, there's quite a big transition going on in IT infrastructures around something called virtualization. Okay, been a shift in the marketplace, and we've seen a great opportunity for OpenShift to be applied in this area, given this market opportunity. This is probably a 2 to 3 year opportunity that's come about. So we have evolved something called OpenShift Virtualized Edition or virtualization platform, which is allowing organizations to address this virtualization opportunity or requirement in their infrastructure as this market transition is occurring. And going back to GITEX and as an example, a huge amount of discussion about how Red Hat with OpenShift Virtualized can help organizations, again, public, private sector, all sorts of different industries. That was really one of the hot topics at the event. So OpenShift is evolving in that direction. In a longer term, we've just announced something called OpenShift AI. Everybody's talking about AI. That was the other theme, again, coming back to GITEX. So what we're doing with OpenShift in that regard is adding AI extensions to this platform that allow our customers and our partners to work with a broader AI community to build the AI functionality into the OpenShift platform. And that is going to be a multi-year journey as AI evolves and as organizations determine the use cases for artificial intelligence within their organization. That's multiple years ahead. So we do see our technologies, OpenShift in particular, our operating system, Red Hat Enterprise Linux or RHEL, has also now got an AI version to allow AI to be built into them. So both platforms relevant across multiple industries, widely used across multiple industries, and what you'll see, again, through the open source development philosophy, is that product set evolving as we go forward.
So I want to know what's a breakthrough technology or concept that Red Hat is currently investing in or you believe will be the future of IT?
Yeah, I think we probably come back to artificial intelligence there. I believe the industry is still at relatively early stages in terms of going mainstream adoption of AI. And one of the areas that we're working with our customers and partners with is to help define relevant use cases by industry for AI deployment. And so, one of the key industries that we work with globally is financial services. And an example of a discussion we had actually with an executive at GITEX is, how can we help them make their fraud detection and money laundering operation more effective by utilizing actually OpenShift AI in that particular instance to help speed up the entire process, because at the moment the bank is having to employ lots of people to manually scan, all sorts of documents to look for anomalies. Well, if AI can do that, it allows those people to go and do more productive things within the organization. So I do think that is, we have a long way to go there, looking at how AI can help buildings be more efficient and smarter, how we can manage traffic flows more efficiently as we go forward, have traffic control signals integrate together, all sorts of things around that area. I think that's a very exciting future that we're looking for ahead in that regard.
So as we are talking about AI, so a lot of industry leaders have this idea that even at this time, the companies are just scraping the surface of AI, and there's a very long way to go. So what is your opinion on that?
I think most of the senior technology and business leaders in again various different companies are bringing people into their organization who have a particular focus on AI and how they can assimilate data from different pools of data within the organization so that the AI tools can be a lot more efficient and effective in terms of how they want to deliver the business outcomes. So you're going to see, I think that the official title is data scientist. You're going to see a lot more data scientist opportunities popping up in different industries. And these are the folks who are going to be defining the use cases. Then I think the tools, the actual toolkit is there. Once the organization knows what they want to do and how they want to implement it and how they bring together the data from their organization to make these tools work effectively, then we'll start to see the floodgates opening. And so, there's different predictions in the marketplace, but I think from where we sit, the next 2 to 3 years should start to see things really change in that regard.
So looking into the future direction, how does Redhat maintain its role as both a pioneer and a stable foundation in enterprise role?
Okay. So, Redhat as an organization has been around for in excess of 25 years. And from the beginnings of the Redhat operating system, RHEL, we've grown our portfolio from there. And I do believe that the market is moving towards what Redhat is all about and what we do. We haven't really talked about cloud as an example, the concept of open hybrid cloud, with tools like OpenShift. We are allowing customers to run their applications across multiple different clouds, right? And here in the region, in the UAE and in Saudi Arabia, etc., as the regulatory picture becomes clearer, that is giving confidence to organizations to say, okay, I can move some of my workloads off my expensive data center. I can put it on with one of the cloud providers because it's more cost effective there. But then, a year down the line, they might say, cost of CPU and processing has come down, I'll bring it back on-prem. Or I'll go to another cloud provider who's just launched. So, that is one of the fundamental things that we are doing, is allowing customers to have that flexibility and freedom of choice so that they can move workloads and bring workloads back if they want to onto their premises. So that trend is starting to accelerate here in the region. So that's just one of the areas I think will be really, really interesting to monitor as we go forward.
Looking forward to that future. Thank you so much, Adrian, for sharing your insights.
You're very welcome.